Okay, today we're going to multiply decimals and whole numbers. And we'll start out with a problem like 5 times 2 5/10. Okay, first thing we would want to do is stack this up. We would put the longer number, not necessarily the bigger number, the longer number on top and multiply it by the shorter number. It'll give us less steps. Okay, so we would start with 5 times 5, which is 25. We carry that 2. We're going to add it. 2 times 5 is 10, so 10 plus 2 is 12. But we are not done. We still have a decimal. Because if you think about this, it was 2 5/10. So if we estimate this at 5 times 3, answer should be reasonable with 15. If we did 5 times 2, be 10. So our answer should be reasonable between 10 and 15. So we count how many decimals there are, or how many place values there are after the decimal. So if we look at the top number, there's 1 place value after the decimal. If we look at the bottom number, there are no place values after the decimal. So there is a total of 1 place value after the decimal. I'm going to start all the way at the right and go to the left 1 time. So this equals 5 times 2 5/10 is 12 5/10. Is that reasonable with 15? Yes. Is that reasonable with 10? Yes. Okay, let's do another one. It's going to be like a 3-digit number times a 2-digit number, but they're both going to have decimals. So we're going to do 4 25/100 times 1 5/10. When we are multiplying decimals, we can line them up all the way to the right. Yes, in math, there's rules for everything. Line up the decimals, line up the place values. There's always one exception. This is the exception when it comes to multiplication of decimals. Because if you follow this rule like what we did here, then that'll apply here too. So you're going to start with 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2 that you're going to add. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. You're going to write the 2, carry the 1 because you're going to add it. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 plus 1 is 21. You're going to write the whole 21 there. You're going to add a 0 for the place value. And why? Because we are no longer, if you're looking at this like a whole number, like 425 times 15, we are no longer in the ones place. We are now in the tens place. Or for this instance, we are no longer in the tenths place. We are now in the ones place. So we're done with this number. We're done with these. Make sure we don't do that. So 1 times 5 is 5. We don't have anything to carry. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 4 is 4. So now we have that lined up and we will add those. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 4 is 6. So if we multiply this, and it's 4 25/100 times 1 5/10 is 6,375, reasonable with that answer? No. So that would give us an idea to not forget to put the decimal in there. So we're going to count our decimal place, our place values after the decimal. There's 1, 2 here, and 1 here, for a total of 3. We will still start at the right and go to the left 1, 2, 3 places. So 4 and 25/100 times 1 and 5/10 equals 6 and 375 thousandths. We should have estimated first, but if we estimated 4 times 1, 4 times 1 equals 4. Estimated 4 times 2, 4 times 2 is 8. So our answer should be reasonable between 4 and 8. Okay. Thank you for multiplying decimals today.